Hello friends, how are you? So, do you remember a few videos back we read a story from your book Marigold Class for NCERT, and the title of the story was Helen Keller. So this story was about a real girl named Helen Keller. The story revolved around her and her struggles because she was deaf and blind. Despite being deaf and blind, she never lost hope, and she was always very courageous. Let us recap what we already know about the girl Helen Keller from the story we read from your book Marigold Class 4. So this is the girl who is Helen Keller. This is the real photo of Helen Keller. What we already know from the story, let's get to those facts. So the first fact is Helen was born in Alabama on June 27, 1880. So yes, Helen was born in Alabama on June 27, 1880. Next is when Helen was 19 months old, she suffered from a disease that left her deaf and blind. You remember, she had fever and every doctor said to her parents that she would not survive. But miracle happened, she survived. But she was left deaf and blind. Helen had a teacher named Anne Sullivan who helped Helen learn about words by pressing individual letters on her hand. So the first word that Helen learned was doll, right? Anne pressed DOLL on Helen's hand. So Anne Sullivan helped Helen to know about the words. And at last we learned that Helen quickly learned to draw the letters in the correct order. Yes, she understood that WATER, water, means something wet running on her hands, running through her hands. So that is water. So after learning that, after understanding that words are very important, she understood the importance of words. She understood that words will open the whole wide world to her. She can explore the world with the help of words. So in the story we just read till this point that Helen understood the importance of words. But what happened afterwards? What did Helen do after learning the importance of words that made her so special? Now we are going to read about that. So here is another picture of the great Helen Keller. So with Anne teaching Helen, she was able to pass the admissions exam for Radcliffe College at the age of 16. Yes, she went to the university at the age of 16. While at college, Helen had wrote the first volume of her autobiography. So now from here we can get to know that now Helen can read and write, right? She can read and write. So she wrote her first volume of her autobiography. Her autobiography was published in the Ladies' Home Journal. So it was first published in a Ladies' Home Journal, and in 1902 it became a book. So the girl whom we learned that she was wild, would not comb her hair, was a writer. Now she was a writer. She was able to write. Wow, so inspirational, right? When Helen graduated from Radcliffe College in 1904, she had mastered 5 different languages, not only 1 or 2 or 3. She could read and write in 5 different languages. How amazing, right? And at last, on Helen's 50th anniversary of graduating from Radcliffe College, she was awarded the Alumni Achievement Award. Yes, she deserved all the achievement awards that are there, because despite of her being deaf and blind, she did not stop whenever a hurdle came in front of her. She was so courageous. She fought back and led her life to her fullest. So Did you like Helen Keller and do you find her inspiring? Who are other people that you find inspiring? Tell me about them, okay? And read more about Helen Keller and try to get an autobiography of hers. We'll meet another time with another fun story, activity, or a poem. Until then, bye bye.